Just
Ready.
let me know when you're ready, Mo.
Ready.
Welcome back, Society's Outlet, back with another trending 10. What's going on, Mo? Jarrell, what's good with y'all?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's going on?
All right, man, let's go ahead and get into it. A lot of news going on this week for business, stock market news. And so we're going to come to you on this one, Rel. Pfizer, or excuse me, this is Mo's topic. Pfizer, if you want to explain to us what's going down with Pfizer and the other biotech company, Mo.
Yeah. So the U.S. government has agreed to pay $2 billion to Pfizer and BioNTech to secure 100 million doses for COVID vaccine to provide free of charge. So they're actually in the works of getting the vaccine passed right now. I'm not sure. Oh man, I wish I forgot. I wish I didn't forget the names barely. But yeah, there's a bunch of labs going on to they're kind of like in their last stages of trying to get a vaccine ready to go. But usually vaccines take a minute to be approved too. So that's the thing. Like they usually take from the they usually take about 12 to 18 months. So we'll see what happens. But in terms of economically, that's what's happening with like the providing the vaccine. So
Yeah, no, I think that's a good topic to start off. I mean, Pfizer, their stock right now is around like $37 on the market. The other company, I think they're called Biotech, whatever they're called. Yeah, they're around like $95 on the stock market. Moderna, ticker symbol mRNA, is really supposed to benefit because Pfizer is going to be using their medicine when they be
so
doing that.
what is Pfizer? So like are you would you okay, first of all, would you guys take the vaccine?
No, I'm not. No,
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, what's the point?
no,
So
fuck all that, bro.
do you guys think like even on like a political level, do you think it's almost going to be mandatory? Like for example, let's say the masks, right? You know how like the masks, you'll see stores that'll be like mandatory for you to take the mask in. What if they start making a vaccine mandatory?
I don't know if they'll make it. They'll probably make it mandatory. I think they will do something like that as far as if you're trying to travel. If you're trying to go do this, if you want to come in here, you have to have the vaccine. That's why they're talking about that digital chip that Bill Gates was talking about. He wants people want.
Right.
That way we can see, has this person been tested? Has this person had it? Have they been cleared? So I think eventually it'll get to that point. But right now I don't see that happening. I don't know if they're going to have a vaccine for it, bro, because they don't got a vaccine for the other stuff. But if they do come out with a vaccine, I definitely see them trying to make it mandatory for people to take it.
I think they already got a vaccine, and they're just trying to test it right now. So I think it's all in
They're,
transitioning from
yeah,
that.
they're like in the last stages of trying to get it approved. However, so yeah, I don't think that question is relevant, but yeah, it's just interesting to think that like, what if they start making a vaccine mandatory, like they're making a masks mandatory?
No, I'm not taking it, but I like that topic though. For anybody in the audience, yeah, Moderna and the stock market is going to benefit from that with this deal with Pfizer and the government. But let's go ahead and move on to the second topic, Mo. If you want to tell us, Amazon. I feel like we talk about Amazon all the time. They're always in the news, always being innovative, always making moves. If you want to tell us what's the next move Amazon got coming.
Yeah, so I really love this topic. So Amazon and Tesla, they're really active during this COVID. I think they've really like won. Um, so Amazon is actually launching smart shopping carts in its Woodland Hills, California grocery store this year. They're called Dash Carts. So they're embedded with cameras, sensors, and a smart display that automatically track a shopper's order. Okay, so you put groceries in the cart, and the computer automatically calculates and charges you for it, right? So the problem with that is, I mean, it's AI, obviously, like with AI functionality and like its innovation. Also, it's one of those things where the cashier industry is going to be obscure now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crazy,
that's
crazy.
the jobs are going to be scarce now for like cashiers and like grocery stores is going to just be this like place where there's going to be no lines, no nothing, just go in and out, which is cool, convenient for us. But however, in terms of jobs and stuff like that, what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah, I think that that's crazy. So they're starting this off in Woodland Hills.
Woodland,
You said California.
California, yeah, they have the grocery store.
What kind of So Amazon has its own little small grocery store, or is it happening in Whole
Just
Foods?
found out
It's
about
probably Whole Foods.
yeah,
Yeah, I would assume it's Whole Foods.
yeah. So yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah. So this is deep. Yeah, artificial intelligence definitely. Only negative thing I can see about this is for the government. They'll look at this way as their government is going to actually lose out on money from taxes
Okay,
because
yeah.
they no longer can tax the those cashiers and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see.
What about the
What about the what?
what about the carts, the making of the carts, the manufacturing of the carts?
Yeah, that, but it's not going to be. It's not. I don't think it's going to be equivalent to having somebody work for, let's say, somebody's working 3-4 years, getting taxed every single 2 weeks. You know what I'm
Yeah, they would
saying?
have to implement a business tax at that point to keep
Yeah,
afloat.
yeah. They'd have to do some, yeah, because at the end of the day, yeah, they would have to do something because the government's going to mess up on the tax money. Not saying that it's not going to happen.
Right.
I think this is still going to happen, and it's crazy because a lot of people are going to lose jobs. So, boy, you gotta find something where you can get into this marketplace. Something where you can trade a skill,
Well,
get in your bag, something.
and that's a thing, man. I feel like another like so people like there's a Starbucks in Silicon Valley that's completely functioned by automation, and there's just like this one manager that kind of just oversees the whole operation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So these things are slowly starting to take over. They're slowly starting to manifest. For example, the truck driving industry is like slowly dying. You know,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of truck drivers committing suicide because, with the whole innovation with Tesla and all these ideas coming out about these automated, truck driving just to drive. They literally drive from New York to California within. It's really fast. I forgot the stats on that. So there's a lot of situations right now with people that don't possess any skills or any trade. They're starting to get weeded out. They're starting to get weeded out, and then the people who have the skill set, such as anything with tech, anything with sales, whatever it is, they're the ones that are really winning.
And Mo, one thing I want to, what you and I can relate on is that that's the same thing as trying to happen in the wholesaling space
Right.
with with Open Door, Open Door, and Open Door and another company. I'm not sure, but I know for sure Open Door. They're trying to wholesale. They're trying to come into that space. That's why I was telling you, we got to think
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Bull
Come
crap.
out, yeah, yeah. But yeah. It's just crazy, man. People they see how much money is in that space and they're trying to get into it. That's why I was telling you, we got to be ahead of the game and come out with something tech. That way we're already in that game. If it comes down to wholesaling real estate, if shit starts to change,
I think with
you know.
everything. I think with everything. Okay, go. My bad. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just gonna reiterate what JB said because SaaS, like being in a SaaS company, like a tech company, is definitely the way to go in terms of getting that knowledge. But tech is gonna be king. Like you just really gonna have to go the tech route.
Yeah, and I think even like there's opportunities. What is it? My friend told me about this. He's in tech sales. You know, JB. Hello. How you go?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I think cut out real, but he's in
Yeah,
tech.
my bad.
So he's in tech sales. So I think that industry is cool because like you're basically wholesaling tech. So even like a sales tech, like sales skills, if you have that, you'd be good too. Just starting a business or starting to like be an independent contractor for some company. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Some type of skill, because if you just getting by in these factories, in these little grocery stores, whatever it is, oh, you're going to be very easy to replace by what? Replaced by automation. So there's going to be a lot more money saved for these businesses, and et cetera, et cetera.
yeah. One thing is for sure though, we can say about the industry that we're all interested in, but real estate ain't going nowhere. You
Nope.
feel me? All these tech people, they still need a place to sleep.
Nope.
They still need a place. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't going nowhere. But let's go ahead and get on to the next topic, Mo. So somebody got assassinated.
Yeah,
Basically,
this is.
that's how it feels like the way this shit was set up.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, obviously, we all saw it coming. We all saw it coming. It was a trend on. This is kind of like a repetitive, reluctant topic, but it was the husband and son of judge appointed to get the Ghislaine and Epstein uh, murdered by a delivery driver. So I guess I think it was a FedEx delivery driver just pulled up to the house and just start firing. As soon as they opened the door. So yeah, man. I
It's
and the
crazy.
thing is, the delivery driver was announced dead like maybe a day later. Supposedly he had like cancer or something like that. So we all know like something fishy is going on. We all know something's going on with that whole case, with that whole situation. But it's like what is going on?
Bro, he was a politician too.
Right. And
That's the thing that's weird to me.
the thing that's crazy is like that they're saying that Trump is the reason. So Trump is actually trying to attack, like trying to stop what's going on in like the pedophilia industry, like the whole. They have like islands and sex, human sex trafficking, all that stuff. Trump is actually, supposedly attempting to stop that, and that's why he's has such a hard attempt at stopping this whole Epstein operation, and that's why all this stuff is going on, and all these things are coming to the surface. So I guess Trump is responsible for actually doing the morally right thing here, but I'm not.
I'm gonna go ahead
He's
and
probably a part of it.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with he's doing the morally right thing. I mean, he does have another campaign that's in fruition right now. He's
Right.
trying to become the president for the next 4 years. I'm gonna lie and say I wasn't doing that shit neither, and it's disgusting. You know what I mean? So I definitely think Trump is a part of it. I mean, there is photo evidence of him hanging out with Epstein. You know what I mean?
I'm like, weren't they?
And his son, and his wife, and his ex-wife, and his son were both on Epstein's flight log. So Trump has to have some sort of connection.
Yeah, and they were talking about like how Bill Clinton was with Epstein multiple times, just on the plane back and forth. Like even if Bill Clinton, I guess, didn't like take part in this whole, pedophilia, whatever, but he was on the plane, he must have seen something happen.
No, it has to be bigger than what we're seeing currently, and obviously it is bigger. There's more to it. It goes more in depth. We just don't fully understand like the whole context behind the whole situation. But I believe there's a lot of celebrities, a lot of rich people that were kicking it with Epstein. Like he was a partier. That's what he did. He had access. He had a lot of power. He had a lot of money. I mean, billion, right? His mansion right now that they're selling on that island is like 88 million.
Easy. And that's the scary thing. It's like, who else was a part of this whole thing? Like who's right now, like who's anxious right now? Who's anxious? Like, damn, I hope I don't come to the surface, you know what I mean? Like the Dr. Phil's of the world, the Oprahs of the world, you know what I mean? They're talking about Ellen being responsible for having a hand in child pedophilia, you know what I mean? Like this whole industry. So it's
Wow.
weird.
The whole Hollywood industry is straight fucked.
Weird as fuck.
Nick Cannon was on the song.
Yeah, no, and see that's the thing with the people. The reason why Nick Cannon and them are getting like crucified in this community because these people are kind of bringing things to the surface. You know what I mean? There's a reason why people like Dave Chappelle took they just disappeared the face of the earth at one point. You remember that? Like he just
he came back and talked about it too.
He came back and talked about it and everything, and so but these people never really like reach a certain type of mainstream potential, which they don't care to, but there's a reason why. Especially with social media. The last thing I'm gonna say is the gift with social media. The thing that social media did good is it kind of like broke down the barriers of who accepts you and who doesn't. As long as like the people accept it, as long as the people think you're talented, then you're in the market, then you're good. You know what I mean? You don't need gatekeepers to approve of you.
Yeah.
Definitely. Man, let's go ahead and get to the next topic on a lighter note. Jarrell, tell us who's about to square up in the ring.
Oh, yeah. So what we're doing real quick, me and Mo about to put on the gloves for the fans. I'm just playing. We got Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. coming September 12th, eight round fight. So kind of want to get y'all's perspective on that. Do you think they're too old? Mike Tyson, I believe, is 54, and Jones Jr. is 51. So what's going on here?
Mike Tyson gonna give it to him.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's too ready, bro. I've seen too many clips.
I don't know. George Foreman was not agreeing with that. He said that Mike's form was off. He said his punching form was off.
Man, Mike gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good, but I think Mike gonna give it to him.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, it's weird that their styles are so counter too. Like, Mike Tyson has that, like, pit bull, this blitz style, and then, like, Roy Jones has that kind of, like, he'll leave his hands out there and just kind of, like, be shifty with it and, like, dodge and counter or whatever. But I think Mike, he just has, like, he's still, I don't know, man, it doesn't seem like he's lost much speed and power. You
Bro,
know,
I just don't think Roy Jones is on Mike Tyson's level.
yeah,
I don't think
Like,
he
you know
ever
what I'm
was,
saying?
to be
He's not.
honest.
That's what I'm saying. He's not even on that level. I'm gonna have to go with Mike Tyson on that one.
yeah.
Hopefully the odds ain't too high. I'm gonna have to throw a little cheese on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I might put.
Hey, or you go Roy Jones and hopefully you cash out, put a $10 parlay on that bitch.
For real,
Probably like,
you're not lying, honestly.
man, let's go ahead and
Anyway,
we gonna make a second video of this. We gonna break this shit down. You said that's September 12th.
September 12th, 8-round exhibition match.
Okay. Well, on the next topic, Will, tell us what Apple has been doing, which we all known for the past couple of years what they've been doing, playing with us.
Oh yeah, I mean the story really surfaced a couple of months ago, so I mean it's out there, but there's a lot more talks about it as of recently, at least on my feeds. But Apple was fined $27 million for slowing down older generation iPhones, specifically like in the 6 to 7 range. Those iPhones they were slowing them down. Apple themselves, and it was confirmed in 2017. They actually confirmed, but they didn't put the right verbiage on their disclosures for some reason, obviously, because they didn't want us to know that they're slowing down the phone. So now that they got fined, they have to say for at least a month, and I think it's in Australia or France specifically, that the phone will be slowed down. But Apple's claiming it's because it helps preserve battery life when the phone becomes too high tech after an update to actually keep up. And they have fears that it will shut down. Do y'all agree? What do y'all think about that?
Man, honestly, Apple, they've been doing this. I've always had an old iPhone. They always been fucking with my shit. Like today, my phone was charging and the battery life was just going down. So it was at 32%. I put it on the charger and it was just going down, bro. I'm like, what's going on? It was down at 13%, but it said it was charging. But all that. So Apple, they always been messing with these old phones, bro. I always knew they were doing something. I don't think it's gonna hurt their stock. I don't think it's gonna hurt. I honestly don't think it's gonna hurt anything. 27 million to Apple, it's probably like $10 for us. You know what I'm saying? So that was probably some chunk change. They said, yeah, go ahead and do that. It probably worked. You know what I'm saying? They got another iPhone coming out. People gonna spend $1,200 on it. I think Apple's they're gonna be fine, bro. This company is too strong. It's too strong of a company.
yeah, especially considering that like they're really like they're taking advantage of the loopholes, you know what I mean, having their manufacturing and all their operations out overseas, so they're not really like they're really not really they're taking that like Jeff Bezos approach where their tax paying is really they're not really paying taxes like that, you know what I mean, and so um it's so they're reserving a lot of money, but I mean obviously as a business, bro, like here's the thing with business. Do you know on a value level, on a value system, do you think Apple's gonna lose this kind of like its status though? You know what I mean? Do you think it's gonna lose its notoriety or anything?
Nope. No.
No, I don't think so. I think Apple, and it goes the same for Android users. If you're Apple or Android user, you're typically really loyal to that specific device, to that specific interface, the layout, how you can navigate through your phone, through your laptop. So once you become so loyal and accustomed to it, you don't want to learn anything new. So I don't think it's really going to impact them because everybody already is set in their ways. If you're an Apple customer, you're typically a loyal Apple customer, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
yeah, because I don't see myself changing anything from Apple unless you know what I mean. So
They're gonna be just fine with this, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna mail in my old iPhone 6 and get my $25 reimbursement though. Best believe that.
Yeah, but I don't think anything. I hope nothing doesn't happen. I'm a Apple. I have some Apple stock. So I mean, when this news broke down, the stock didn't. Nothing. It didn't. The stock didn't go down drastically or anything like that. So I just think Apple is just too strong of a company, bro. I don't think anything's gonna happen to them unless something crazy happens. You know what I'm saying? Something crazy. Man, let's go ahead and get into the next one, bro. What China has offered to the Caribbeans and Latin America. This one is I found this one interesting, and I'm not surprised why China did this. So if you can go ahead and explain it to us.
Yeah, so China, I forgot their whatever he is, Wang Li or Z or something like that, Wang Li. They're China's president or whatever he is. I don't know what he is, to be honest. Surgeon General something. He announced a $1 billion loan to Latin America and the Caribbean for COVID relief, COVID vaccines. So really what he's looking to do is give them this $1 billion worth of vaccine loan, have them paying back. But he's saying like, this is what's going to be helpful to your countries, right? So the countries involved in that were Mexico is talking to him, Barbados, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Peru, Panama, Trinidad and Tobago, and Uruguay. So there's a lot of countries that they're looking to throw the vaccines in. And if that happens, do you think that they're going to charge for the vaccine in the country? Do you think that it's going to be free like they're trying to do here in the U.S.? Like what are y'all's thoughts? Do you think it's fishy? What's going on?
Of course, I think I personally think anything China does is fishy. But like, I think as like these Central American and Latin countries, you know, I think a way for them to get the money back is maybe to charge them a few, because it's a loan.
It is a loan. They
Right.
said they're going to loan it out. So I don't think there's any talks about how that's going to be benefit to the people.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Collectively, right? Like a $1 billion collectively, and then they just disperse it around those countries, right? Not like one.
Yeah, $1 billion collectively to the Latin American and Caribbean countries.
I don't think they should do it.
Because that's gonna. If you want China over your head like that,
Well, no, here's what it is. China has taken control of Jamaica. They did the same way to Jamaica a couple years ago, but it wasn't through like some vaccine. They had another way. Hey, we're going to lend you this money, but in that contract, there was ways that China had like power. Like, okay, if you're not able to make these payments, to us, then we're going to collect your resources,
right?
Type thing. And so they're giving some of these countries, poorer countries, this loan. They know they may not be able to pay it back, but what China's going to do is they're going to come in there and start colonizing, bro. They did it to Jamaica, bro. They're going to start taking over their resources.
Same thing they're doing with Africa right now. China has their hands all over Africa right now.
Some countries.
Yeah, some countries.
They're trying to.
Some countries, but that's the work of the U.S. and China.
Yeah,
really, China had backing from the U.S. to go into Africa and do what they're doing.
But now
everybody wants to be in Africa.
They're trying to do that with these countries too, though. You know what I mean? And so, like, I think if these countries are these countries agreeing to it?
I mean, it seemed like from what I've read and researched, Mexico was all on board. Like I
don't think the COVID is that like dangerous for you to sit there and put yourself under debt to China like that, bro.
No, it's because JB knows this for sure, and I think Mo, you know this a little bit. But like, my girl ended up getting COVID. Someone impacted her, and they came in her job or something. I don't know, and then she ended up getting it, bro. 6 days, and she feels 100% pretty much, So
right, and so I think to sit there and, I mean, it might be because like the healthcare for these countries are very poor. You know what I mean? Economics, obviously, they're poor, whatever the case is. But COVID is not that like. I could understand if it was maybe for like Ebola or for some crazy like. What if COVID had like an 80% death rate? I can understand that, but. Bro, like, if you want to put yourself under China's, jurisdiction and like the financial burden, it's not for COVID. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't think this is the way or the route to take. But it looks like they're excited for it and they want this vaccine. Maybe they think it's going to help their countries out. So
yeah.
Okay. Guess we have to wait and see. Hopefully no black countries do that. Dominican Republic, or they don't really like to consider themselves black, half of them. Hopefully some of them Caribbean
like Trinidad, Tobago.
Don't fall into that trap, man. But man, let's go ahead and get into the next topic here. Second stimulus check. This is what everybody wants to know. Nothing is for sure, but we do know another one is coming. We just don't know who's going to be able to qualify for it. So a few details of that, what they're discussing is it looks like they want people who made $40,000 or less to get another $1,200 because study shows that those people were the most affected by it. Another reason now the Democrats, the Democrats wants it to be bumped up a little higher. They want anybody making $70,000 or less to get it. The Republicans want $40K or less, and the reason behind that, they're saying people who the people who make $40K or less are quicker to spend that $1,200, which is going to stimulate the economy, get the taxes going. So that they just want to keep it to those people because they're saying the people who are making 70,000, these people really didn't spend that money because necessarily they got to save it. Their money was up. But yeah, just want to get your guys' thoughts.
Wait,
on that.
Is this 40,000 net or gross?
I'm gonna probably say it's 40,000 net.
If it was, they're not. Are they gonna give? No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because 40,000 net. You said net.
I think it's net. I'm not entirely sure, but I want to say it's probably net.
I mean, it would make sense. It realistically should be net, but
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. The Republicans, they want to do.
Are they giving it? Who? Like, are they giving it to any tax bracket?
Just 40K or less.
Okay,
yeah.
That's the only protocol.
The only reason I asked net or gross was because I wanted to know, is this before or after taxes? Like, because 40K after taxes, realistically, that person is probably making around 55 or somewhere near that, annual gross income.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure yet, but like I said, it's still a work in process. They should have that coming down here pretty soon. I do know a few things what they want to do with the for the people for the unemployment situation. They want to have a back to work bonus. So the people who go back to work, they want to be able to give them like a nice little $500 bonus if they choose to. And another thing for the unemployment, they don't want to pay people $600 a week if you weren't already making that at your current job and you're making more being unemployed than you were working. They want to cut that off. They don't want to do that anymore. And so Republicans are trying to do that. Democrats are kind of trying to change it. I mean, I don't like the division, Democrats here, Republicans, man. Fuck them both, honestly. But that's just where everything's going on, man. So the numbers show here if they go to the 40K or less route, looks like there's going to be 65 million people in the U.S. who will not be receiving, the $1,200 check from the first cutoff. So 60 million people will be affected by that.
That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. I think they're. I mean, as a business, why do you think it's smart that they're using it to just pay the people that are 40,000 or less? It's kind of, it's sad though, bro, because it shows why they're like 40. What is it? 40,000 or less is because money management, right? That's the sad part. Whenever, especially when we were in sales, we knew it's kind of messed up. We knew going to the low income neighborhoods was going to get us more sales because people were just more willing to buy. It was a lot harder to sell in the richer neighborhoods because they're just not going to spend no money for no reason,
Exactly. And so I guess we'll see. It's definitely going to affect a lot of people going forward. All right, man. Next topic. We're kind of going a little light gears here, switching it up. So Maker, if I'm saying his name correctly, a top high school recruit, decided to choose Howard at HBCU over UCLA, Kentucky, and Memphis, which in my opinion, this is super, super huge. I feel like this is a move people have been waiting for a kid to make this decision to choose the HBCU because it's just going to change the culture. It's going to change the movement. HBCUs, we got these high recruited black athletes and they never go to HBCU. They go to the white universities and they make them tons of money, while the black schools are left out. I want to get your guys' thoughts on him choosing Howard over UCLA, Kentucky, and Memphis.
Honestly, it's commendable. I mean, that's what he should be doing. At the end of the day, what's the difference in education? You know what I mean? Like, he's probably gonna get the same type of education or maybe better. He's putting money back into the community and help circulate it, so it's good for the kids to see somebody doing something that's commendable and that is actually helping with the overall community. And maybe HBCUs, predominantly black colleges, maybe that they're going to actually start getting some better funding and some more light shed behind their name.
Yeah, I think obviously I agree, and I think like you said, Gerald, even Mikey now, Mikey Williams, he's recruited heavy, and he's narrowed down to like 10 schools I think now, and 4 of them being like HBCU schools. So
who are you referring to, Mo?
Mikey Williams.
Oh, okay, yeah, he called out Mikey Williams, telling him to do the same.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing too, but it's just about how these HBCU schools react to that. They got to be able to serve these players as well too, because, at the end of the day, these players are 18, 17, 18, 19 years old, and it can be a little. I mean, we have a lot of information out there. It's hard to be naive these days, especially with the amount of information out there, especially on social media. So, I think half the responsibility is on the actual player to like go that naivete and not be so like not be so willing to jump at the temptation of everything. But I mean, these colleges are taking a teaser route. These colleges, big university, they're trying to tease these kids, so they got to be very strong. And the HBCU schools have to have something to offer them as well. So it's going to be a very great competition, but we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you, the HBCU, what they're gonna have to do is, I'm just gonna be real, y'all. They got to pay him. You got to pay him because that's what all the other schools are. The schools down in the SEC, all of them cheat when it comes to football.
Yeah.
All of them cheat. They're all paying under the table, and so the HBCUs, they got to find a way. You got to fund them. You got to find something. Make sure moms is cool. Make sure pops is cool.
Yep.
But then not only that, maybe you can set them up with black lawyers, black accountants, different things like that. Alumni, different things like that. Maybe they can find something like a type of community vibe that the traditional schools can't provide for it. They're just going to pay them. All right, go about your life. But maybe the HBC you can be like, look.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them.
Yeah,
they could definitely get managers, everything, accountants, like you said, people could help manage their life. Like they could do that with alum.
Yep, definitely. All right, man, let's go get in the third topic here. This is gonna wrap up my topics here. Now, this is like a stock pick I wanted to throw out for everybody. I mentioned this to you, Mo, and Rel. Advanced Micro Devices, ticker symbol AMD. It finally shot up from $53 up to $69 this week. You guys have known Intel, their earnings were bad. Their earnings report came out. They did not do good. Apple just announced that they're no longer working with Intel. They're going to be making their own chips. But a chip company that I see that will be taking up a lot of Intel's business is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Like I said, that right now is trading at $69. My second stock pick I wanted to throw out here for you, I mentioned this to you, Mo and Rel, is PENN, PNN, National Gaming. These guys, I'm invested in PENN because you guys know DraftKings and FanDuel, right? Like the whole fantasy sports and the sports betting action. Well, PENN has just, they bought, I want to say 35% of Barstool Sports. And so they actually have an app coming out with Barstool Sports. It's going to be called Barstool Sports. They're going to be using Barstool Sports, but PENN is going to benefit from it because it's going to be a sports betting app, just like DraftKings. And like America, as soon as sports come back, everybody's going to be betting, bro. You can't go to the games. I think betting is going to spike up. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And yeah. So let me get you guys' thoughts on if you guys are you guys a little familiar with AMD? Their chips are gonna be in all the PS5s. I don't know if you guys play PS5. Real, you got Xbox, right?
Yeah. Oh, man, we doing both this year. We're gonna go PS5 and the new Xbox. See what's cracking. You know what I mean? See what's going on. We in the house anyways.
Shit, man. I'm telling y'all need to jump on this PENN action, bro. I'm telling you, because I told you guys, I sent that text out to you. What was it? Baseball. The viewership went up 253% from last year. You know what I'm saying? So when they come out with this app, Barstool, I feel like they're really going to give DraftKings a run for the money. And I think they may be able to surpass DraftKings given their social media. They got like 8 million followers on Instagram and all that.
Yeah, no, I think that they can actually see a major spike, in the price of their stock. At the end of the day, sports is something that we've been neglected for the past almost year now, right? Like everything's gone downhill. We've been neglected the opportunity to really get into sports. So I think that's going to be a major market to tap into.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they compete with. They also have they compete with like MGM as far as like the machines, the slots. So they own slots throughout America, in Vegas, Jersey, Iowa. Then they got some in Mississippi, and they're all open. So people are going there, playing the slots, being dumb, wasting their money, shit like that. But another one I wanna throw. My bad. Go ahead, Mo.
No, I was gonna say, did you see like the Raiders Stadium, how they're doing it?
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
Not even like the structure, but just the seating. So it is dope, but
Mhm.
like the seating, like you could bet in your seat.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah, like you could
That's
bet
crazy.
this next play is gonna be, first and 10, boom, bet. It's gonna be generating
That's
Bro,
a
money.
that's gonna be crazy. Like that's really taking virtual gaming
Yeah,
and
to
real
another
life
level.
sports betting to another level. Like you don't even gotta wear the goggles, bro. Come to the game and you can still play
Come to
some
the
bet.
game, sit in our seats, and you just gotta press a button, maybe win some money, bro. That's
get
wild.
lucky. What is it going
Bro,
to say? Like, guess the next play, pass, run.
it's gonna be prop bets. 'Cause remember JB when we went to the Super Bowl and we watched the Panthers and the Broncos, and I did like 4 or 5 prop bets, $5 each, and
Yeah,
cashed out. Won like $360 off of the coin toss. How many sacks are gonna be in the quarter and how many drop passes, bro. So like people are gonna be paying like small increments of money to do a whole bunch of prop bets, which is gonna cash out.
it's gonna add out.
Right. I think it'll be a lot of live betting too. I think it'll be let's say Derek Carr, the quarterback for the Raiders, how many yards is he going to throw for this quarter?
Exactly.
Over under 50, over under
Yeah.
60. It's so crazy like that. So yeah, I did see that, Bo. That shit is crazy. They should definitely sell out when this coronavirus kind of killed that.
Yeah.
So that whole stadium might not be used for a minute, at least for this year. But man, for the last one to wrap things up, L of the week. We didn't really get to discuss this. I want to know if you guys have any L of the weeks. I have one, but did you guys have any L of the weeks?
Yeah, I think I had. No, I don't have any L of the week.
All right, no problem. No problem. Bounce back next week. What about you, Rod? You have one?
Nah, bro. You can go ahead and discuss yours. Everything I have just needs some additional research.
All right, mine's not on a serious note, but I want to give the L of the week to Lou Williams of the Los Angeles
Oh
Clippers.
yeah.
my man left the NBA bubble to Magic City in Atlanta, and Jack Harlow basically snitched on. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
He caught a picture of
He
Lou
said a
Williams.
family friend had passed away.
Right. And then after that he went to strip club, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, Lou, you get the L of this. Now his ass is I think he's on a 14-day quarantine now.
Yeah. Well, they're
So
saying 4 days for now, but they're trying to investigate, see if he had any contact with women or anything like that. If he did, it's gonna be 14 days.
let me see here. So it actually just got announced today, Mo. So my bad, not a 14. He's on a 10-day quarantine.
Okay.
Mandatory. So he gonna get the L of the week. I know Kawhi Leonard in there just looking at my man, not saying one word.
Kawhi Leonard was at the strip club, bro. Kawhi Leonard was in the back. No one noticed.
Leonard was there too, right?
Yeah, Lou Willis, he got to get the L for that, bro. Like, come on, bro. You can't just chill for like 2 months. You know what I'm
Bro, that's
saying?
the thing that's kind of messing with me. Is like some people just be like, "Damn, you guys can't like relax, just relax." You know what I mean? Take care of what you got to take care of.
Right, bro. Lou Willis, he a G, bro. He got 2 girlfriends.
Yeah.
He still has 2 girls. He a G.
Yeah.
But come on, Lou. You gonna get the L of the week. And then last just a little announcement I want to say. Breonna Taylor. I think it's dope what the NBA is doing in the media. I hope and pray that they get this all resolved. If you guys have any last remarks about that, if you guys seen that, LeBron James, Tobias Harris, Marcus Smart,
they all backing Brianna, which is dope because we rarely see justice for the people of our color.
Yep, agreed. Definitely justice.
Publicized justice, should I say?
Yeah, well, the whole new thing is happening right with another kid that got killed similarly to George Floyd, but that's not being publicized. Why? Because the trend is going down now. You know what I mean? It's not a trend. It's trying to go away. So that means that no one really cares about it. No one's really going to get into it. So it's important to keep it surface level. It's important to keep it at the surface. You know what I mean? Keep showing people what's up.
Yeah, man, it's very true, man. I hope I know Breonna Taylor's family going through some difficult times. I hope the best for them. Prayers up for them, and just hope this gets resolved, man. This shit is crazy. Like, how do you just walk into somebody's apartment and kill them, and then nobody gets charged?
How do you
nobody?
How do you they're making so many other moves on other ends. How do you not like these cops are on vacation right now? Like these cops are straight on vacation. Pictures of them on vacation,
chilling. Chilling, having fun.
Women around them.
Look at George Floyd's. I mean, and that's a huge L from America. Like the people bailed them out. They got donations. Like, come on, bro.
Ew, that's messed up.
Man, that's America, man. Let's not forget. This country was built off racism. That's why they got to come up with these fake holidays to make them, forget their history, like the 24th bullshit that we're the state we're in, Pioneer Day. Not to
Yeah.
go off rambling, but
I already
y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. But we're happy to live in America. I know, Mo, you bring that up a lot of time. Great opportunities out here.
You know,
I can
I
I can give.
don't think that's an excuse to like put. See, this is the thing though. So, see, what I'm gonna say is, I think it's important for like, especially immigrants, man, because immigrants, especially the older folks, they're like they came here. The dad, like my dad, everyone, they kind of have like it's like they kind of have the put your head, keep 10 toes down like mentality, where it's like, all right, whatever. Like we're here, we have the opportunity. So if they're being racist for us, if that's all we got to do, let me just sign the check and then whatever. Like that's the compensation. Bet that doesn't even affect me. Their racism towards me. I'm working. I'm taking care of my family. We're not being chased down by like war or politics, whatever the case is. I don't think. I think that was that. I think that was their mentality. For us, first generation, this is a country like we all grew up in, given the opportunity. So, I think our act of protest and to see what's wrong, I think that is a part of being American, right? That is a part of being kind of like standing up for whatever. Like if someone's being racist towards me, it's like I have to stick my chest out and make my spot be known, because it's not like you can get away with that because just because I'm not from here. I don't think anyone's really from here except the Native American indigenous people. So it's hard because like immigrants kind of feel like a guilt of being here. It's like, okay, yeah, we are taking your resources. They just put their head down and keep moving forward. It's not, and that's just kind of like it's a very victim mentality, and I think
No,
that
y'all should be all right, bro. Because if anything, y'all good. Fuck them, because
money. Well, that's what I'm
they because
saying.
they take everything from us. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
No,
So it's like, what I'm
I think
saying, they better.
the I'm talking about, it's not necessarily that it's not necessarily the what's worse and what's bad. It's just saying that like standing up though, saying something about it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because there is, let's be real, JB. There's a lot of black folks that are like, damn, like 100 years ago, we couldn't even say all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, no, but that was
hmm
100 years ago though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's even black folks that are like, I'm gonna just shut up about it because there's opportunities for me here. There's opportunities for me here that they weren't here 50 years ago. You know what I mean? So if there's just a little bit of racism, cool, whatever. I don't care. And that's kind of the point I'm making. It's like, no, there's a reason people are speaking up. There's a reason that there's a protest going on, is because these things are still happening behind the scenes that we're not paying attention to, because just because we have a good job and just because we don't have shackles on our feet doesn't mean that there isn't subtle racism going on.
yeah.
Um,
No, I agree, man. I definitely agree, and it's sad, but like I said, Breonna Taylor, go ahead and say her name. I think it's dope what the NBA players are doing. But let's go ahead and wrap this trending 10 up. Did you guys have any last announcements, remarks, anything before we close out the show?
mm-mm.
Man, support local black business, support black business in general. Culture Candles. I got, a little candle company. Go
Yeah,
ahead, support, fist up. JB, still trying to get him to invest in the stock, but, we'll see what happens.
damn, JB.
I had other investments I was trying to focus on. You can't have multiple, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to balance myself. But no, I'm definitely going to support all black businesses that I can. Not all, but the ones that I can. So definitely buy a candle off of Rail, Culture Candles. But that's going to do it here for us. Mo, Jarrell, I'm going to see y'all next Sunday. Tap in, thumbs up, subscribe. Let's get it.
All right, y'all.
Peace.